Hello everybody, welcome to Crafty Soup. My name is Misty. Today is Freebie Friday, where I reveal the freebies that I have on offer for this month, and I'm going to make a project with these freebies this time around. So let's just dive right in. All right, I'm going to start with the free printables this time, and I have a sheet of embellishments as usual. I've got some ovals this time around. Now, I did cut mine on my Cricut machine, which you can do at home on your Cricut or Silhouette or whatnot. If you're going to fussy cut them, they will have a very faint black outline to help guide you, since these do have a white border, or some of them do have a white border. Now this blue frame here, you can cut out the inside if you're fussy cutting. The machine will do it for you. So that is the embellishments, and I actually have 2 sheets of pattern paper for you this time. This polka dot was the original pattern paper, and then I was playing around with some ideas, and I got out this piece of pattern paper. Now, I started that paper with the exact same colors that I did all my embellishments as, but this technique didn't quite get the colors on spot with what I was looking for, so that's kind of a bonus piece of pattern paper since the colors aren't exact. But I liked it enough as a piece of paper, so I'm just gonna offer it all up in a bundle that you can download from my blog. I will have links for you in the show description. Here is the cut file that I have for you this time around. Again, it will work on your Cricut, Silhouette, Brother Scan & Cut, and many other of these cut machines. And this one works big or small. The small size there is about 6 inches, so that gives you an idea of scale. All right, next and last up is the sketch that I have for you, and I very much based this one off of that cut file. And I'm going to create a project using this double page layout sketch, using it pretty much as you see as is. So let's dive into that next. You may have noticed that I did put some one mom-related item into the cut file this time around, and I won't be using it on this layout, but I put that in there along with some florals as a nod to the upcoming Mother's Day holiday here in the US. I did try and time this that there are several countries in the world that have just or are soon celebrating Mother's Day, so I did want to give a nod to that. Okay, so I have got all of my bits and pieces cut out. I did cut out 2 of the embellishment sheets, and I will use up a lot of that here. I am matting these smaller photos to go on the right-hand side, just like in the sketch. I did mat them on a solid blue cardstock, is the same cardstock that I used to cut out the smaller doilies. And then I also matted it with polka dots. Since I had extra polka dot paper left from the printables, I am going to mat my main photo on that and layer it up on the that bonus pattern paper. I wanted to kind of spruce up these doilies a little bit. I don't like doing a lot of solid colored cardstock die cutting. I often will do it out of pattern paper, but nothing was quite catching my attention. And even with the cardstock, I didn't have the green that I wanted, because the green in the printables is a darker green. And of course, your colors will vary because your printer ink will vary from my printer ink. But I made do with what I pulled out, and I didn't think too hard about it. Now, this isn't my super favorite layout, and that's okay. They don't all have to be, masterpiece level. This is just a simple layout that gets the job done. So I really do like that sheet of pattern paper, so I'm happy to use that one on here. I think that is my favorite. I do like the doilies too, but I think I would like them more in some kind of pattern paper. But at any rate, maybe cutting the polka dot paper with the doilies, that might be pretty, or even what would really be pretty, I think, is that bonus piece of paper cut into the doilies. Maybe I should do that next. So anyway, you can see that I've assembled the base of this double page layout, and I did take the cutoffs from the left page of those small doilies and go ahead and add them to the right page, because why throw them away when I'm already sitting here working? I might as well add them over there. And I think it adds a nice extra detail to that right-hand page. Now, what I like about this particular sketch is that I think either page can work very well independently as a single page layout if you don't do doubles. But the way I've got it designed, it coordinates as a double without matchy-matchy as a double. So I made mine a little more matchy-matchy this time around with carrying over those cutoffs, but that's just how it rolled this time around. All right, you can see I've added some embellishments here and there already. I was thinking about that a little bit more when I pulled out an alphabet set for doing my title. And this story is all about my daughter's selfies and her photos on her phone, and I'm grateful that she will send them to me and let me share them in this way. So I am liking those little frame pieces that I've got. They were fitting quite nicely around my photos, which are like 2 1/4-ish inches, I think. I can't quite remember. But since I had already matted them up, I missed the opportunity to use that frame on the photos. So at any rate, I am framing up some embellishments instead. I am using one of those ovals that has journal lines on it to do my journaling. And actually, I'm doubling up because I usually have more to say than just one small space of journaling. And I am going to add a little bit more layers to this, or depth and dimension to this. I'm popping some embellishments up with foam dots, and I will be tucking some down flat underneath other items as we go. So like I said, this is a pretty straightforward layout. Oh, I am adding a little bit of extra embellishment here. Now, I guess I didn't mention earlier that the piece that goes straight across the layout that's in kind of that red color is supposed to be mimicking like a grosgrain type ribbon. And it is sized at about 6 1/4 inches so that you can overlap it and glue it together and create a full 12-inch strip if you're a 12-inch scrapper. So that covers that. As I'm finishing up my embellishing, I did put the date on one of the other oval pieces, and that one has a bit of a floral on it. So you could use it as a journaling tab, or like I did here, put the date on, or just layer it up with other embellishments. And while I used mainly stuff from my freebies, feel free to mix and match with stash that you have. This is just a project that I'm doing as I learn some digital art skills. And so if I'm going to be learning these things anyway, I want to offer them up to you for free so that maybe you'll get some use out of them too. And it's fun, and I just enjoy creating. So that wraps up this Freebie Friday. I have some special things planned for International Scrapbooking Day in May. So if you like freebies, please come back in May because I have a little bit extra for you then. And until I'm back with you with my regular videos, I hope you have an artful day.